So I want to send a public apology to the rest of the league. I'm sorry you're about to feel the vengeance of Joseph Burrow. But it's done. It's over. Put your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye. Because Joe is about to go on the vengeance tour. So Joe is opened to restructuring his contract. He's open to restructuring his deal. And kind of how Patty Mahomes did it, he's open. So if we restructure this deal, bro, we're going to have a lot of money. We're going to push a lot of this money into a signing bonus toward the future, prorate it over 5 years at the end of his contract, and we are going to have more money than anything else in this universe. And we're talking about Chase is back, new contract. Get Trey back, new contract. T. Higgins, he's back. Right now, all the buzz right now is about the fact that T is going to be back. So I do want to play this snippet real fast just to kind of get a generalized idea of everything. But let's just go ahead and listen to the snippet real fast.
What's the link between those two guys? They both won a lot of games, and they both won multiple. Tom Brady was notorious for restructuring his contract, and then just last year, you know who else did it? Patrick Mahomes. What's the link between those two guys? They both won a lot of games, and they both won multiple Super Bowls, right? This is the Bengals' salary cap table as it stood about 2 years ago, right after Joe Burrow got his long-term lucrative contract extension. At that time, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins were still slivers on this pie chart, still on rookie contracts, and there was relatively speaking, a lot of room to pay other players. Now, though, if the Bengals were to extend Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Trey Hendrickson and give those guys what they deserve right now on the market, it would significantly shrink this gray area, and that's how you pay the rest of your D linemen, your linebackers, your defensive backs, your running backs, your other receivers, your tight ends, and other players. So it gets difficult and it gets tricky, but it is possible. Joe Burrow's down in New Orleans this week ahead of the Super Bowl and the NFL honors ceremony tonight. He went through the gauntlet of media interviews, but at one point he did say he's confident the Bengals management can get this done, and went on to give a powerful two-word answer to this.
So they said, hey, we need you to restructure. It's something you'd consider, not knowing what the numbers are. You'd be willing to at least have that type of conversation to keep the core guys together?
Of course. Yeah, he said, of course. So he's open to the idea of restructuring. And now this is important. Restructuring doesn't necessarily mean taking a pay cut. It's a way to manipulate this pie so that others get what they deserve, and you basically push Burrow's money back by a couple years to create more room in the present. In theory, it expands this gray area.
Yeah, so exactly what he said. Restructuring is not, to kind of go piggyback off what he said here, it's 100% not, he's not losing any money. It's not a pay cut in any way. Restructuring just means I'm going to take the money that I owe you, I'll put it in a signing bonus, and I'll prorate that over 5 years. That's all restructuring means. It does not mean you're going to take less money. You might have a less of a cap hit right now, but in the end, you're going to be paid the exact same amount long term. And the fact that Joe is willing to do this is insanely a W. I mean, again, if you could put most of his contract into a signing bonus, prorate it over 5 years, and get all of these guys signed, all of these guys figured out. And you got that, plus we're probably cutting Sheldon Rankins. Zach Moss might be cut. Sam Hubbard probably ends up getting cut. We're going to save so much money from cutting players, restructuring these contract of Joe Burrow. There is no reason why Trey, T, and Chase should not be on this team moving forward and be very happy with their contracts. There is no situation where anything else should happen outside of that. Now, a little side note here. We do have a statement from Trey Hendrickson's agent. They asked him about the situation and what's their goal right now with Trey in Cincinnati. And his agent said the ultimate goal is to make him a Bengal for a long term, which with him being 31, long term would be the rest of his career, which is exactly what I think all of us fans want, and very ecstatic to see him, figure that situation out and get that situation. So he's happy because obviously he is our defense right now. Hopefully we get some other guys to be our defense in the end. But yeah. Joe Burrow sent a stern message. We don't have time to wait around. 100% true. What's kind of weird is seeing Joe Burrow with Carlin in the same room, because the Carlin show, whatever, is like he's our biggest hater. To see him and Joe Burrow in the same area is absolutely insane. But Joe Burrow said, we need Hendrickson back. We need to give him what he's worth and what he deserves. He's earned that. We need our young guys to come on. We need to draft well. We need guys to come and produce immediately. We don't have time to wait around. So, again, Joe, I said this since the very beginning of this whole process. If you take a pay cut, not pay cut, see now pay cut to my brain because that reporter. Because that freaking, not reporter, because of that news guy, now freaking pay cuts in my brain. If you restructure your contract and give us more money to work with, all of these things get worked out easily. So very, very happy with that. Right now, all the rumors all the buzz right now with T. Higgins is that he is going to be coming back to Cincinnati and there will be a contract worked out with him. 100% there will be a contract worked out with him. Everyone right now is kind of saying that across the board in New Orleans. For the Super Bowl, everyone is kind of like, yeah, it's going to happen, which is exciting, but there's also more rumors now that we're going to get Cooper Kupp. So our next year receiving core is going to be Cooper Kupp, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase. And then Yoshi after that. Which, if we can get this contract done with Trey, get that situation figured out, get our defense going, man, we are about to be a very, very deadly team. And again, I'd like to send an apology out to the rest of the league because, as I said, start this video off, put your head between your legs and kiss the ass goodbye, because that's all you're going to be able to do. That's all you're going to be able to do, ladies and gentlemen, because Cincinnati, it's on its way. Cincinnati is back. Cincinnati is ready to rock. So again, I might make a shirt that says this, but rest of the league, put your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye. 'Cause Huday's back, baby.